Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
So before we jump in, I just want to say there's 1 week left in the competition to win a signed shirt by Ian. You've got 1 week to go to manscaped.com and use the code BISH, that's BISH, at checkout. You get 20% off and free shipping. And then if you email your receipt in, again, you've only got a week left, email your receipt into 5pintsin@gmail.com. You get entered into a draw where you win a shirt signed by Ian. You can choose the team, a shirt of this season. So if you've already bought also and you haven't emailed in, now's a good reminder to email your receipt in. But I want to thank our sponsors, Manscaped here. Autumn is in the air, and Manscaped is here to ensure you don't carve your pumpkins when you're grooming. By pumpkins, we actually mean your boys downstairs. In fact, Manscaped is on a mission to change the way you approach caring for your balls. And great news, they just released their products in the UK, Canada, and Australia. They've also just released a new Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. It uses the same skin-safe technology when you're trimming those delicate nose hairs of yours. And they've got a load of other products on there you can check out. So make sure you go to manscaped.com. You get 20% off and free shipping when you use the code BISH, that's BISH, at checkout. And again, you've got 1 week to enter into that competition.
That's perfect for me, isn't it? Because now when I go for a haircut, she says to me, "Do you want your eyebrows and your ears done as well?"
Yeah, she doesn't want.
How embarrassing is that?
Doesn't want to go near the nose though, because that would take a few sessions, wouldn't it?
It's going to fall in. Hey, they're going to live it in Australia, aren't they? They've got all the innuendos about shaving down under.
Yeah, that is a good one actually. Yeah. Should write copy for Manscaped with that. That's funny. All right, guys.
We've said enough.
Yeah, exactly. Giving away free advertisements there for them. All right, guys, so let's jump into the games. There was a lot that went on over the weekend, a lot of solid points, so I don't know where you want to start. I mean, I'd like to kick it off with Man City's 1-0 win over Arsenal. We were just talking before we went live, and you said they didn't look amazing, but...
I didn't knock it out the park, really, did they? I never thought in any sense that they wouldn't beat Arsenal. But, look, mate, how difficult is it with these predictors?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's getting cocked up. If it's not getting cocked up by referees, throwing penalties left, right and centre, then it's the teams that you expect to go and bat somebody and getting beaten themselves or just not performing. I mean, I think it was adequate. You know, it's great to see Aguero back. And you know, maybe, I know you think they looked a more solid at the back, but there was still occasions when Edison had to pull them out the shit, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
A couple of great saves, actually.
Yeah. I just think, I don't know, I just think, to me, it seemed like at the very least, Pep's focus was on the back. You know, it was a weird lineup, wasn't it? It was Ake left back, then Ruben Diaz, then Kyle Walker, and João Cancelo. That's how they at least lined up in the beginning. And to me, it just, I don't know, it just seemed like he was focusing. He realized what the problem was. I think that's the positive I take out from it. It's a huge win, I think, right now at this stage in the season, considering all that's going on. You know,
every win's a big win, though, mate, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Every win. You know, when you get to the end of a season and you look back, you can always pick out 4 or 5 games where you think that they would have been the difference if this happened, if that happened.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, 1-0, I suppose. I think it's Arsenal is sort of at a false dawn for me, because I hear people praising them all the time, and I know Arteta's turned them round.
They look like they're finding their feet.
Yeah, they're fine.
Still in that stage.
It's still going to be, but they're not up to where people think they are right now. You know what I mean? I just still think that City should have brushed them aside a bit easier than they did.
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm not being harsh. I'm not expecting anything more. I think City themselves are finding their feet again in the new season. You know, especially with what they produced after the comeback. Yeah. You know, the way they finished the last season. I think we're expecting a little bit more. And as you've seen with everybody, you know, Villa up there. Leicester have gone and got beat again at home. Yeah. Some strange things happening. You know, United get beat 6-1 at home, then go and trounce Newcastle 4-1. it's just it's been a strange start to the season for me.
It wasn't really a trounce, was it?
Yeah, it was sort of last minute, wasn't it? Like the
But he missed a
United.
pen. He had another decent looking goal disallowed, and
Yeah.
Newcastle didn't look like anything, to be honest.
Yeah, but United get
No sort of opposition.
Yeah, I think we will start to see it. I truly believe we'll start to see it normalize. Like, people are talking about Everton and Villa winning the league, like the Leicester season. I just don't see it happening. I think, just going back to City, like, to me, like I said, I just think defensively it was a bit of hope. Like, I know there were some slip-ups and, we relied on Edison, but, I mean, that's what he's there for, isn't it? He's not
Just a clean sheet. Just, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and we just Aguero coming back. I mean, he changed it. Everything was going through him. It looked like, I know there was only the one goal, but we just looked a bit more potent than we always have. It wasn't like
It could have been others. I think Foden had a good chance. Didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and
after he'd made the first one.
Yeah, and it was a good finish by Sterling as well. I just think it wasn't the let's get to the end and turn around like you've been seeing without a striker. Like I said this last week, it was almost like they didn't want to score. It was like.
I think what you find, mate, with that, Aguero occupies other defenders.
Yeah,
that's what happens. You can't leave him alone. So I think beforehand it wasn't like that. There wasn't really a threat.
Right.
With Sterling playing down the middle, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I know he got a goal against Leeds, and he's got another one, but it wasn't really the same. He doesn't take defenders out the way. He doesn't. He's not that natural fox in the box, so to speak. Like Aguero is.
That too, and Aguero will literally pull centre backs up the pitch and create space behind him.
That's partly why you find that we had 5 players over 10 goals last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Because other people were getting space, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other people are getting time and space when Aguero's in there pulling people about.
Yeah. I was looking at the there was a graphic that came out too, the average positioning of the players throughout the game, and the formation they held, it was a 1-3-2-1-3, and it was almost solid like that with Ruben Diaz sitting at the back. Ruben Diaz had the most passes in the game. It just seemed like Pep was maybe trying something almost with a sweeper, like a one behind the back three. It was, it was interesting to see and sort of like it's good because it seemed very calculated to me. I mean, he showed Arteta respect and he showed Arsenal respect, and
formations do that.
They kept one of the top strike forces in the country quiet.
Yeah.
So you'd have to look at that as a positive, And we had spoke about Kyle Walker being a little bit further inside with his pace,
Yeah.
Covering people and tidying things up. And I mean, although I know he's prone to a little lapse here and there when he is in the box himself.
Yeah.
We've seen that in the past, giving stupid penalties away, misclear and stuff and what have you. But I still think with his pace, that's valuable back there, especially more central.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? He plays centre back for England, and then Pep's trying him out there.
You do see how many times you've seen him clear a ball off the line, or make crucial last minute tackles.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's what position he plays. I think, like you always say, I think it's where his head's at.
Yeah. Well, it's also his starting position, isn't it?
You still have a freedom, don't you? You still have a freedom when you're playing for Man City.
Well, the last game we saw him in, he seemed like he was playing in like a back three, but like. It was like tucked in. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, you do lose his pace going forward and his sort of power going forward when you play him like that. But then I don't mind Cancelo playing that role.
If you don't need it going forward, why? What about just utilizing it just to cover?
Yeah, which is what he did against Arsenal, and I think it worked out really well.
Well, because he was set to cover Aubameyang, wasn't he? And that's how the previous game went, where it was just like. We were saying Arteta played like Mourinho, like that Torres goal, against Barca. That's pretty much how the whole game was, where they had Aubameyang just up by himself. Around, and then Pep just went, okay, stick Kyle Walker on him, and then back to because everyone says Arteta outplayed Guardiola.
But look, the important thing is they're going to be up there thereabouts,
Yeah.
They're going to be up there thereabouts. They're only going to get better. They've made a couple of signings as well that they're probably wean into their team.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't understand how he leaves Lacazette out. It just baffles me.
It's weird, yeah.
Lacazette and Aubameyang is the best forward combination I've seen in a really long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not started for France, is it? I don't think he started for France. So it wasn't like he needed a rest.
Yeah, Giroud played, didn't he?
France don't have Aubameyang, do they?
Yeah. I still think Lacazette's world class, though. I think he's got the finish. He's got pace. He's a great striker, you know.
Hey, look, the thing we didn't mention without De Bruyne as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who's not going to miss him, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, I'm just honestly, I'm not disappointed at all. I know 1-0 isn't. It just a couple of weeks. I don't know if I don't think they've confirmed any injury. It sounded. Yeah,
he said it wasn't serious.
Yeah, it sounded like more of a fitness fatigue.
Just making sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you throw him in there, and maybe you get those 2 more goals that makes it comfortable, you know. So
another attacking type player. He's another threat, isn't he? So,
yeah. Yeah. You know. I'm happy. I'm just happy he didn't start Fernandinho, Rodri, and Gundogan in the middle. You know, he actually started Foden and Bernardo Silva, which is, you know, his head's going forward, which is a good sign. You know, so I mean,
still shows what a freak result that Leicester one was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last 2 home games, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just football this season. It's weird, isn't it? And then, I mean, we've got all the extra shit on the side too. I mean, you know,
it's good weird though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good weird, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually taken away from missing the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, missing the crowd.
Every couple 15 minutes, there's something controversial. You know, I hate to say it. It's like a.
I wonder if it's to do if it has any effect with no fans being there. I don't know. You'd have to look.
It might do, you know.
Yeah.
Lack of pressure. You know, people making errors and not really getting chastised for it unless they're getting left out of the team for the next one. But
yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you noticed there's a bunch of new refs that have not new refs, but refs have been. Well, this is what we notice now.
Where did you find them?
Well, this is, I notice this now because
they were hiding behind the VAR shed.
Yeah,
fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Did you see the Palace penalty?
Yeah.
They can look at that all they want. I can't believe how fucking stupid they are.
You're right. I feel like a ref is just sprouted out the ground at 30 years old or 40 years old.
Yeah. Did you see?
Tucked in shirt.
Yeah. You saw Aguero clapping the crowd when he was going off. He was like,
I think they were playing the audio. Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't know if they hear it on the pitch, do they?
I think they said something. Yeah, the commentator said they can hear the clapping or something.
Oh, right.
They only did it for Aguero, no one else.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Aguero, though, we've got to talk about the incident with the lineswoman. I think I'll go first. I
don't know if you're allowed to call her that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lines. Well, it's not linesman, is it? I mean, I really don't know. Official. Okay. Line
judge. Yeah.
Well, look. I mean, by the time this episode comes out, the name's probably changed again anyway. But I just think, I don't make it a gender thing. You're not meant to touch the ref, and that's the rule. So if he gets in trouble for that, fine.
Then the ref should punish him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I heard someone say it. I think it was.
That's not fine though. Why aren't you allowed to touch the ref?
Well, that's just the rule. It doesn't matter why. It's just. It
should really depend.
I don't know.
It should really depend on what context. Context you touch the ref.
Yeah.
If you're patting him on the shoulder or something, you can't.
Yeah.
It's not going to set you off. The thing with this is you're going to get people who believe this and people who believe that, and you can have your opinion, and you're not in it or saying it to have a fucking argument with all these
Twitter social warriors.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? Look, it's an official, right?
Yeah.
Male or female, it's an official. And people are saying he wouldn't have done that to a male official. Yes, he would.
I think he would.
Why wouldn't he?
And then here's the question. If he would have looked at her and like he was going to do that and he thought, I'm not going to do that because she's a lady, that would be sexist.
That's wrong as well.
Yeah.
That's wrong as well.
Yeah. So I mean,
if you're in that environment, you are just an official. Mm-hmm. Why make an issue whether you're male or female? If that's what you want, you want to be in that environment, you want to be equal. You're equal if you're an official.
Yeah.
And put your hand on an official's shoulder. He would do that to a male official. He would, in the context of the way it happened.
Right.
But you've always got these people that are looking for something else.
Yeah.
Even the pundits, even the lads on Match of the Day and that, They said, "Oh, it didn't look right," and over here the same thing. It didn't look right. You can say that. You can take that how you want.
Yeah.
It didn't look right, and the only issue is he put his hand on an official, not a man or a woman, an official. Now, if there's something wrong, there's enough cameras, there's referee, there's VAR, there's what's going to be done about it, and if that's
they should have done VAR on that.
Well, VAR. What do you expect these days?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
They
still get it wrong, though.
I'm just surprised she didn't go down like everyone else would have, Like, you put your hand on Pogba, he goes down. I mean... Yeah, it's just, honestly, it doesn't... I think making it into a gender issue is...
It's just people looking for something.
Yeah.
I think
it may not have looked the best. It didn't look the best because he's put his hand on an official.
Yeah.
Don't make it gender.
But Pep was asked about it in the press conference, and he even said, like, Aguero's the nicest guy in the world. He's not going to mean anything malicious by that.
Watch it. What about male and female does happens? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Bullshit. But you're going to get them people out there that are looking for the garbage.
I don't even know why people are talking about it. Like, the camera, like, if it wasn't on them, like, no one's,
Yeah, is that the first time that's happened to her?
It's because people wake up. People wake up with nothing else in their life.
It's the people that don't care about football that just want to be offended at why are we talking about this?
I don't know. We're giving it airtime, aren't we? But
it's Aguero.
Look, like you say, we have to talk about it because it's happened.
Yeah,
it's out there now. It's.
I think it's so stupid that.
Do you think? Here's a question then. Do you think the pundits who are all sort of saying the same scripted bullshit, do you think they're saying that to be safe because that's like...
Yeah, 100. I want them all to say that in front of Aguero.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Aguero would do anything, but they would all shit their pants and,
Yeah.
Like that's something you're never going to know because it may be the way they feel.
Yeah.
So, but that's what we're saying. Don't get into the argument. You can say the way you feel. Let them say what they feel. Unfortunately, they're out there in front of millions on the TV, and supposedly it influences people or it matters. Yeah. Maybe that's where they might be a slightly bit different.
It just seems that, like, when the cameras turn off, someone throws them a fucking biscuit,
Like, well, I know some of them are like that, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
The lights go off in the studio and they slip in.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I didn't see anything to do with gender, to be fair.
Yeah.
Now fair play to the lady. She's in what is still a male environment.
Yeah, she's a professional.
She is actually a good lines person.
She is, yeah. Sean Massey-Ellis.
I think she fucked up once. It shouldn't
matter.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter.
I think she fucked up once, like last week, and I thought she was going to get hounded.
Mate, these referees are fucking up every single week.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to defend her, but she didn't get hounded. So
she's not doing that, is she?
No.
And she's been there long enough now.
Yeah.
That it's not recognisable anymore, male or female. It's just now the way the world is. And
it's like, I don't like you if you're a male or a female. I don't like you because you're an official.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You're wearing that uniform. You know? Full stop. Let's put that one to bed.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Anyway, all in all, I mean, good. I think good game for City. We've got Porto at home in the Champions League on Wednesday, and then West Ham, and then Marseille in the Champions League. I think a decent spring off to go into these fixtures with. So I'm happy. Yeah.
Talking of West Ham.
Yeah. Yeah.
What went on there?
I mean, okay, let's start.
Was it 47 seconds?
Yeah, it was 47 when Son
scored. Something like that. I was so disappointed because I'm not having a go at him personally. I know he ended up scoring that, and I like him, and the back three that he's been playing with, I think it's transformed the team, certainly over the last few games. And people are forgetting. People say, "Oh, you started bad the first two." They didn't start bad the first two. They started bad the first one.
Yeah.
And then at Arsenal away, they had every chance of winning that game. And it was such a performance. People forget that. And then they've gone with the Wolves and the Leicester. And now, to be fair, when Son's on the left side of the box, how many times have you seen him cut in? And kill one in the bottom corner?
Yeah.
For me, an experienced defender like that, shown that. I've also seen him go left and put it in with his left foot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. but I'd rather send him that way.
Yeah, you're cutting the angle for the goalkeeper at least at that point. You're making the goal smaller.
Yeah, that was the angle, but and to concede, what was it? 20 minutes. He was 3 down.
Yeah.
And we've given Harry Kane a bit of stick over the weeks. To be fair,
he had a great game.
Some great passing for the ball for Son's goal.
Yeah, and that one shot he had with
his two finishes, his little nutmeg on Rice.
Yeah. And then he had that shot with his left foot that hit the outside of the post from outside the box first time.
That would have been 4-0. And then Bale had a chance to make it 4-2.
Yeah, Bale looked... I mean, I know that was just a moment of, like a small skill. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, but it just looked, like, so silky, didn't it? The way he cut through the
What
defenders.
I like about it is... I hate to glorify it, because everyone's going to, like... It's going to be on, like, all the social medias of just that one thing and not show him missing, Which I hate. It's like when they show the nutmeg and he doesn't get it the other side, But he actually...
Lanzini's goals are going to overshadow anything.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. But
Jesus.
The thing is, it was Ogbonna, wasn't it?
That he cut through? There was 2 of them. Yeah.
Ogbonna and then... I forgot who...
Was it Balbuena?
I think so, but...
Or Creswell, probably.
For him to not play football for so long and then come and just... It's kind of like what Messi did to Boateng, where everyone was praising Boateng. Nothing against Ogbonna. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Yeah.
But it just shows that he always has that in his locker, no matter how rusty he looks.
Still talking about the Bale incident?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's how clean he looked. He just came back and.
But that's not even just building it up, and then what was it? 81st
minute. He did
look
a little slower though.
So it was 81 minutes. He was still 3-0
yeah,
down.
so they're the first team in Premier League history to avoid defeat, having been 3-0 down as late as the 81st minute. It was
I don't know where they find all this stuff.
I know, yeah, but it's good.
It's nice
good
to know because
use.
you think about those games that.
The own goal. It's just for me, the way they transformed, the way they turned the game, the way they were probably the better side in the second half.
I said it in like the 60th minute. I was like, they could still tie this.
Yeah.
But then I didn't think it at the.
I wasn't that sure, mate.
I didn't think it at when they scored their first goal. I was like, I think that's a bit late.
Great. I mean, because of Lanzini's goal, nobody's really talking about Balbuena's header, which was a great finish to be fair.
Yeah.
And sort of redeemed himself for the Son thing. I felt
it was like when Dzeko got the
and then look, own goal is an own goal, but the fact that
it was
they were up there still putting pressure on and going for it, I think if you remember a few episodes ago, we talked about. We keep on talking about it when the way they went to Man City and bedded in and if they only came out with themselves and showed, because we've said it all along, they've got a good enough squad. I hope that's a spark for Lanzini. More than we love the goal. I love that it was the last kick of the game.
Yeah.
I couldn't couldn't stop thinking about the reaction of the players.
Yeah.
It's a draw, but it's not an ordinary draw, is it?
I mean, look, even if you went there and drew 0-0, it would have been a great result. But to come back and do it that,
I had 2-2. I think.
Yeah.
I think I had 2-2 on my predictor.
Yeah.
There was always going to be goals.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with what's been going on.
But one so special at the very end.
Yeah.
I tell you what struck me afterwards and what I loved, because we're not even going to talk about the England game.
Yeah.
Defeat, which was sort of coming and on the cards. And I know you said about the Belgian game. I said I hope they get transport.
Yeah.
I don't believe things will change, because I think there's a ball factor and a negativity about the way he sets us up and the way we actually play and how he stifles. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's England out the window. But the connection I'm making is Declan Rice is our best England player.
Yeah.
And I'll say that. Of the last games I've seen, I will say he's our best England player. Right now. Yeah. Right now. What got me after the game...
Jordan doesn't agree with you.
I do. I do agree with you. I agree with you. In the Belgium game, he was our best player. To me, my problem is how well Harry Kane played in that game against West Ham. It's hard. It's just hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know. It's close.
No, I'm saying for England, no, mate.
Oh, for England, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
you don't.
He plays better than Harry Kane for England.
Yeah.
You think he's better?
Because he's another one who gets stifled.
You think he's better than Alexander-Arnold?
Yeah, I don't think Alexander-Arnold shines.
For England,
Yeah.
on for England. Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah. He doesn't do the job he does for Liverpool when he plays for England, and that's why Kane gets no service.
Yeah.
It all ties in.
I mean, imagine
but it's all
anyway. Back to Declan Rice, mate. I've got to say it. Did you see his interview after the game?
No,
I don't think so.
You got to watch it. You got to find it and watch it.
Yeah,
it's just so natural. You know when footballers, and it's been a cliche with footballers. How many times they say obviously in an interview? You know, and it still goes on. But he was just so natural, so naturally elated, and couldn't get his head around what had happened.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was getting on. He was shaking his head, but he was so articulate about everything and spot on with everything. Just watch his interview. You'll feel the passion in the way he's talking, smiling. Just so normal for somebody so young to do what he's doing. You know, captain in West Ham, playing for his country. You know, and coming out and dealing with the media the way he did and the way he does.
Yeah.
You know,
it's funny. I was thinking about that. I saw him. He's being ushered off to the side by whoever the press person was who was taking him to the interview, and I was just thinking how young, and that's it. Like as a captain, you take on those responsibilities on the pitch. But you also have to speak for the team off the pitch, you know, and it's
to the millions of people. Yeah,
and being 35 or whatever, and being used to it is fine. That's one thing. Being, Noble's what 34, 30, I don't know.
34, I think.
Yeah, 34, yeah. But like being that age, you're used to it. But being how young Declan Rice is, it's like, you're now speaking to the masses, win or lose or draw. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I hate to always go on about him, but have you ever seen the clips of Roy Keane? He was at
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest. Yeah, and it was before he got picked up by anyone, and they were talking to him, and they're like, "How do you feel?" Like everyone thinks, like I think Maradona said he's at the time the best player in the world. I mean, Maradona said that about a lot of people, and Roy Keane was just like, "Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm just here to stay with Brian Clough. I think he's the best manager ever," and he's just so humble at I think he was 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
And
it's just like he had that mindset, and I feel like Declan Rice, like you just said.
Yeah. I'm so...
but honestly, find the interview and watch it.
Yeah.
It'll make you smile with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because who else is that passionate about football nowadays?
Yeah.
You see.
I don't know why I missed that. I saw Mourinho's, because I always love watching his. Like
that's the thing. When did it become like managers outshine the players? You know, there's always like the players that are in the spotlight that either have something stupid to say or, you know, and now it's like we're only focused on what the managers have to say. Sorry, what were you saying about Mourinho?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's just funny watching his, but yeah, I mean...
I think now, sorry mate, I think now they're dangling the carrot so they fuck up with what the refs have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a manager's in trouble, so you want to give them that question.
Yeah.
Where they might be that worked up
that they just
comes say something they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I hate that because it just seems like a media standpoint, and like you said, they're just trying to make them fuck up, and why are they doing that? You know, like
it's for their job.
Exactly, it does, mate.
Yeah,
it's in the job description.
Yeah,
let's make the best television. Let's make the best sell the best papers.
It's like any news story, isn't it? I mean, we're getting that shit, not to go this direction, but we're getting that shit here with the friggin' election, aren't we? So,
you know, did you think at half-time, David Moyes missed the last two games and they've won 3-0 and 4-0, and now he's back to 3-0 down?
I literally said to Connor at half-time, I was like, he should go home and watch it from his couch and not come back.
I think what's happened with all the unrest, you know, and then, you know, when a couple of the boys came out on Twitter because the selling of Diangana.
Yeah.
I think it's brought the group together.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it's brought the players together.
Well, we were always saying, I had this issue with West Ham where they didn't look like they could ever play as a team. It looked like players glued together, and now it doesn't look like that at all. Like it's like complete U-turn, and they look like they want to play together. So it could honestly be something like that. And when you have like that belief in the squad, there's just it almost like a good connection to the company goal against Leicester. Not to just bring that in because we've got this picture up that we'll talk about in a bit. No, but like Lanzini scoring that goal.
You want to zoom in?
Yeah, Lanzini scoring that goal. It was almost just like And I couldn't explain this for the company goal either, but it's almost just like ultimate belief put that ball in the net. It wasn't even like, of course it's skill, and Lanzini's a very skillful player, but it was almost like running up to that ball in his head, he's just like, it's almost like it's going in and it doesn't matter what happens.
Well, they asked Declan Rice about the mental start to everybody, and he was saying, well, look, I can only comment on the games I've played in, but it's like this was meant to happen.
Yeah.
It was just perfect the way it felt, the timing of it, and it was one of them things in football. It was just meant to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you heard Gerrard talk about the third goal against West Ham in the FA Cup final? How he said, remember, it's like a goal he scored, like a volley that's low against Shaq hit.
Yeah, I remember the goal, mate. Yeah.
It bounces like, I think maybe once or twice.
I don't think it bounced.
Oh no, you're actually right. Yeah, I don't think it does. But it's from miles out, and he talks, and he's like, I was so tired at that point that if I was more fit, I would have got it and then tried to play it wide. He was like, I was just so tired that I was just like, this is it. This is the most my muscles can handle. Yeah, I just gotta go whack this right now. And that's what I felt like you were saying about Lanzini.
Yeah, I mean, Lanzini couldn't have been tired, but
maybe actually with the little amount that he's playing.
But the thing for me is how much it meant to them.
Yeah.
This early in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got goosebumps.
Fifth game of the season, see.
Yeah.
Well, because
see the celebration at the end. It was
these last few run of games, and they've still got a couple ahead of them that are tough, but going into this game, I was saying this, going into this game
3-0 down,
and beating Leicester, beating Wolves, it's just like this game, like you wouldn't blame them for losing, but they've still gone and taken a point.
Well.
You've got to take into account as well, Tottenham coming off a 6-1 win at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
They must have been fired up like
Harry
you wouldn't,
Kane
but
on
they
fire
wait to get
as
out.
well.
Yeah. It just.
I mean, West Ham, Tottenham. I've been there in my time, mate.
It's a derby as well.
Been there in my time and give them an arse kicking. To be fair, it's one of them.
There was a 4-1, wasn't there?
West Ham normally rise to that game anyway.
Yeah.
More away. It's that derby, that London derby with more passion.
It feels like the most real London derby between all the clubs.
Even though they say Tottenham, Arsenal, I think that's...
I
haven't played in them. I know that's
I think on paper it's Tottenham, Arsenal, but not...
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put Chelsea against anyone.
Yeah. But
Fulham.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just... When that ball was hit... Was it Rice as well? I think he blocked off two of the Tottenham players as well that were trying to run in and
when you look at it, what's made it happen? The ref nearly got it with the ball.
Yeah.
The ref had to turn on his side. I think it was... Who was it? I think it was Winks who toe poked it. He had to get there first.
Yeah.
Toe poke it away from one of the West Ham players.
Whoever just came on.
Yeah.
He had to get there to toe poke it, and then he's got to strike across this for it to go away.
It's like
I think he got his fingertips to it.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Fingertips,
he's got his fingertips.
Post. Yeah.
But it was just the look of it. The hitting the bar, bouncing down, bouncing up.
It's like you had to wait. You stood up and had to wait.
It looked like it was going over the whole time. You know what I mean? Like it was rising. Like on that curve.
Yeah. I was going to say it didn't dip, did it?
No.
It didn't come back down.
No, not at all.
You know what? I got to look at it again. If it's got that much spin on it, the fingertips may have actually made it go in. Because it could have hit the bar on the post on a different, like, because he does get quite a good
spinning in a way that if it hit the post, it would have spun in.
Yeah, because it was spinning that way.
He's gonna cross it, yeah.
Yeah, but if he doesn't hit it with his fingertips, it hits the bar and hits a lower part of the post.
But it would have been spinning. Think about the way it was spinning that way.
I think if he doesn't get his fingertips
part of the post and hits closer to the ground, and it hits the post and the ground at the same time, the ground will affect the spin after that. Yeah, now again.
Now you're talking about and if there was a fly on the
cold from earlier that week, yeah.
Well, for me, that will be an image I'll keep forever.
I'll keep that forever.
The way they celebrated. The way they celebrated
as well. Yeah, I'll keep that forever because
Lanzini took his shirt off. That's why.
Yeah, I hate Tottenham, and I said to you at like 3-1, I was like, I'll accept Chelsea's 3-3 against Southampton if they do this to Spurs right now.
Hey, we did you a favour again, mate, didn't we?
Exactly.
As soon as we talk about someone not doing it, Timo Werner and Havertz been saying about what's happening with them. Didn't look like scoring, and he goes and bangs two great goals in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then a great assist.
Two great goals.
Yeah,
he's perfect for the Premier League. I think if he gets thrown about.
I think that's the first time he's put him down the middle on his own.
Yeah, he's perfect down the middle because Pulisic was back, wasn't he?
No, he had him down the middle in the first game, and that's when he did well. And then he had him out left.
Because he's not a winger.
Was that West Brom away?
No.
Jesus.
First game?
No, the first game wasn't West Brom. That was the 3-3 West Brom. That was just a few weeks ago.
It was the first game.
Oh, don't ask me that right now.
No, it wasn't.
It was...
Brighton away.
Yeah, it was Brighton away, yeah.
Brighton away, yeah. I beat your phone, Joe. They got there before your phone, look.
Yeah, you did. That's weird. They had a friendly against Brighton as well. Yeah. Your brain works quicker than the iPhone.
Does mate, yeah. You still got it.
Yeah.
Still got it, mate.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
But then again, mate, going what? 2-0 up, was it? Throwing it away again.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Havertz got fouled, but right in front of the ref, which I don't get. But I mean, I can't.
He's obviously still not close enough.
Yeah. I still don't want to blame anything because it just goes to show, like, why are the people that we just brought in doing all the work up top? Like, it's obvious that we needed to fix our back line, like the rest of the world. The whole world, no one has good defense. We were talking the other day. Tottenham probably have, on paper, the best defense. And
I thought Thiago was going to do that.
Well, yeah. He said the Premier League's slow. He got proved that it's not.
He said the Premier League's a slow league, and then he got done, didn't he?
Fitness.
Yeah.
And it's...
Yeah.
But I think I'm happy he's on... I would rather always have him on my side than play against him.
You keep talking about Tomori, don't you? And he's not getting any game time, really.
I'm getting a migraine thinking about Chelsea. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about them. Yeah. Because I could always laugh and be like, all right, at least Arsenal are doing as bad as us. But I mean, yeah, we took a step in the right direction, but you guys have just like perked up so much. And not to mention, I don't know if you've already wrote him off or not, but you still have Ozil just lurking around, and he's... I don't know what I'm saying to you.
Yeah,
he's amazing when he has amazing people around him.
He hasn't been included in the...
When he has to be the star, you can't do it, you know?
Oh, what about the Toffees, eh? We've got to talk about Everton.
Yeah.
Are they serious contenders?
I think so.
No.
I think this season, there's the likes of Everton, Arsenal,
I just said
Spurs.
this and you said no in the beginning of the episode. I said people are talking about Everton and...
You said Villa. You said Villa, and then I pitched Jack.
That's what people are saying.
Villa can go.
Think Everton could win the league?
Yeah, I think Everton could. I don't think Villa could.
This is. They're on great form. They're in fantastic form. It's not going to last.
Yeah, but they don't need it to last. They just need everyone else to do shit. You know.
But you've now got to see how they react to a defeat.
I think right now, if you look at everyone's schedule, that's how you'll know who is going to win the league.
To me, I think if you're an Everton fan, you wouldn't. To me, if I was an Everton fan, I wouldn't be thinking about winning the league right now.
I'll tell you what.
Bet my house on
right now. The way the season started, I couldn't tell you right now.
Exactly.
There's nobody jumps out at me now, and I go, you know what? They've really impressed.
Look, we're 5 games in though. I think it's gonna normalize. I think we'll get through and
normalize. There's never been a start like this ever.
Yeah, but there's never been this virus delayed start like this either.
And it's not gonna fix itself. It's gonna continuously get fucked up.
Well,
we supposedly have the Euros at the end of the summer. When are they gonna take a break?
It doesn't. The Euros are after, so technically it doesn't matter. So.
The only honest thing I can really say, if Liverpool or Man City hit that form, they'll pull away.
100%.
Yeah.
If one of them hits the form, they'll pull away because I think the rest is going to be sporadic.
If they both hit it, it will be. It could. I hate to say it, but potentially be one of the best seasons ever because it could be those two. I hate to say running away with it. But
let's just put it into perspective. It's not like we've got like a pack of 5 teams that are running with it. Like if you look at the point spread right now, like from I love how Man United are like 15th.
Well, that's what I think. Still, you don't consider the points.
Like, there's really only. I mean, Villa are second. They've got a game in hand over Arsenal right now.
Yeah, but you don't consider the points this early.
Okay, but you can't consider Everton's form this early. I mean, honestly, like a 2-2.
You see a spark in the team. You see a spark in Villa. You know, Villa have a spark. Villa have a spark to finish top 10.
Look, the only
amount
team that Everton have had a surprising in quotes win against was Tottenham. First game of the season, they 1-0. Then they beat West Brom. They would always beat West Brom. They beat Palace. They should always beat Palace. They beat Brighton. They should always beat Brighton. And they've drawn with Liverpool.
But they drew with the runaway.
That's fine. Yeah, but they they came close to drawing last season. It's not so far off with them.
Yeah, but
wait till they play. Let them play Man United in a couple weeks. Let them play.
Boy,
you know what they've got that's different. They've got somebody who's banging goals in.
Exactly.
Yeah, fine. But I'm just saying. Look, if we're talking about how West Ham are doing so well against the big clubs, now Everton are doing well against the mediocre clubs. Like
no, but why is it like look at Man United when they came back from the pandemic? That's
what Everton are doing right now.
I know, but look what happened to them. They got into the fucking Champions League because of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so all it takes is just a spark, a run of you getting. Look at Villa. Some people are fearing Villa right now.
I'm telling you right now, I would give you stupid odds on Everton.
Like, no, I think there's every chance they'll finish in the European spots.
Yeah, okay, that's realistic.
I know.
But there's nothing saying that they couldn't go and win the league.
My point
they couldn't do a Leicester.
I'm saying that.
This season.
Well, that's the easy one, mate. You're sort of getting the odds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's why I would give the odds.
This season's going to be determined by who wins it, by who has the.
I'm just saying.
Best chunk of
just think of the teams I've just read out that they've beat, and that's who you're basing. That's who you're basing Everton winning the league off beating.
I know.
West Brom, Palace.
But when
Brighton.
When a team gets that good of a run and goes that unbeaten, they have no fear.
Why can't we talk about West Ham then?
Let me just let you know though. Brighton should have beat Chelsea.
Okay.
West Brom drew with Chelsea.
I'm just saying though. Let's say West Ham. Let's say West Ham. West Ham are going to run into these teams that Everton have beaten, and Everton are going to run into these teams that West Ham have beaten, or they beat Tottenham, so that I guess cancels out.
But also what throws that a little bit, mate, is as the season goes on, the teams that did start bad or haven't hit the stride will find their stride. So
Everton are going to run in
mid-season anyway.
So Everton are going to Everton have to run into the top teams.
Okay. But what I'm saying is they're running on confidence right now.
Yeah,
and that's the best.
Confidence doesn't win you the league.
No, it will this season.
Counter-attacking and Jamie Vardy wins you the league. But
confidence will win you the league this season.
We are 5 games in, and I think it's ridiculous to say Everton have a chance. Everton
do have a chance.
No, I was asking, do they have a chance? That's what I said.
No, and I said no.
Yeah, well, you're saying no.
I think
you can.
I think
that's
6 to 17, 7 teams have a chance of winning this season.
Give this league 2 months, and things will be normal. The 6 will be they'll be tight at the top between the big clubs.
The season's already proven it can be this crazy.
Okay,
so it's set the standard.
Who's to know what happens when the crowds start coming back in?
Yeah,
I think it gets more chaotic.
Who has benefited from no crowds?
I think it gets more chaotic.
Who needs the packed houses?
But you're saying
no crowd ever sits there singing songs to bed in and park the bus, do they? They're all singing songs so you can go attack, and it's just going to be because it's perfect. Not everyone's fit again. There's going to be extra games that people need to take breaks for. Everyone has a terrible defense. The fans are going to come back in and be chaotic. It's penalties are getting thrown about like it's fucking nothing.
They built a good squad.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Everton.
I can see them finishing top 4.
Liverpool proved it. All it takes is a solid 11, and you don't need like a good bench.
Look,
as long as they don't get injured.
How wrong are we? By the way, I see them finishing 5th or 6th. How wrong are we with our predictions?
I bet. I bet. I bet Liverpool finished 5th or 6th.
I'm betting on NASCAR, mate.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting more points doing NASCAR.
Connor, you just said Liverpool will finish 5th or 6th.
Everton are finishing above Liverpool.
Really?
Sorry,
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah. What, you agree with me or you disagree with me?
No, I'll take the bet against you. I think Liverpool.
I think we make a bet. We make a bet every.
I think we've already done our predictions for the league anyway, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. But I'm just saying
I don't think Everton was talked about.
Yeah, no, I'll go against mine, but I'm a little drunk, so
we make a bet every.
It is 5 pints in, Con.
We make a bet every episode, and I mean we're gonna need someone to go back through the catalog and settle the score because.
This is how we should do all our bets, honestly.
No, because we forget about them.
Just on camera. That's my point, because we could always go back and be like, hold on.
Yeah, but how are you going to remember?
Last week we were going to do forfeits.
Yeah.
We'll have to arrange some forfeits.
All right, yeah. All right, but that's at the end of the season.
For next week. Definitely for next week.
All right, yeah, let's do the upcoming games and have a forfeit.
Okay.
But your predictor, but it doesn't finish, does it, till tomorrow?
What?
Or was it today's game? The predictor. What was the last game on the predictor?
I think it was today, wasn't it?
Was it?
There's a new predictor.
I don't even want to look at mine then.
I don't think anyone's going to get that predictor right. I mean, how are you meant to predict any scores?
Yeah. I've done multiple games where there's more than 5 goals.
That's another thing we spoke about, isn't it? And I do want to get to the Everton-Liverpool stuff as well because there was some obviously controversial stuff there, but. We were talking about how the score from City, and I guess today's game were really the only like low scoring games. Was there any other low scoring games this weekend?
0-0.
Shambles mine
today. 1-0. Wolves.
1-0 today.
0-0.
What was the 0-0?
It was West Brom and Burnley.
But Yeah. So there was the 1-0 yesterday, wasn't there? That Villa Leicester game was probably the most boring shit I've watched in a long time.
Okay, good. Because I had to leave early.
I only watched the highlights, mate, and I thought the highlights were boring.
Yeah.
I had to leave early, but then I got on my phone, and the only reason I wanted to watch the game, I said to you earlier, was
Ross Barkley.
It was Grealish, but yeah,
there was sparks with both of them as well. Like there was still that sort of spark between them. But Barkley's goal was good, wasn't it? I mean, Barkley looks good.
Yeah.
Another good move by Chelsea.
Yeah. Could you imagine? He goes on. That's a question.
Mate, what about Kepa?
Yeah.
What was going on? The second goal, was it? Zuma tried to play it back. And then he's had a chance to come out with his hands. He's gone with his foot, missed it completely. And then they've gone and it's hit the post. And he's gone for it with his feet again.
Yeah.
Instead of diving in and being brave and going with his hands.
First of all, why didn't he get it with his feet? You're a professional footballer. Second of all, head it out for a corner. Or third of all, grab it with your hands and they have an indirect free kick or whatever the fuck.
He's a goalie in his penalty area.
Inches away from... Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Goalies rather come out with their feet now and think this whole playing with your feet has to change coming out, you know? Like, coming out...
Oh, you're right. I'm probably wrong because I thought... Zuma touched it and then the centre forward had a touch, but he didn't, did he?
I don't know. It was just.
Or did he?
It was just a very.
Was it Danny Ings? Oh no, it was Shea Adams.
I think it was Shea Adams. Yeah.
Adams. Yeah. I thought he'd had a touch and he could have come with his hands as he touched it.
It was something.
I'm not sure.
I know this sounds stupid, but it was something you'd see on FIFA that's just uncontrollable, where it's going out and it's. So it doesn't surprise me anymore. I've had this for the last 20 years.
How long's Mendy out for, do you know? Is it a while?
I don't know. I also didn't know he was that old. And that upsets me a little bit.
What, 29?
I think so.
Mate, he's got another 8 years for Chelsea.
Yeah. But,
I think that's
goalkeepers are different.
Yeah, I know, but no one... I mean, other than Czech...
Look, you get a good 5 years and you've had your money's worth.
Yeah, not at Chelsea. Yeah. Not at Chelsea, though. Chelsea,
bail down for your team, mate.
We're like how we treat our players like how the Premier League treats their managers. It's like if you don't show it in 6 months, you're going out on loan.
Well, they have that weird rule, don't they, where if you're over 32, you can only get a 1-year contract. There was the whole problem with Willian. And Willian as well.
What about talking about Liverpool now without Van Dijk?
Yeah.
Wants to saying
everyone on.
Is Thiago out as well? Is he?
Thiago, they haven't found out what's up with Thiago yet. They haven't confirmed.
That was nasty. But what do you think about Pickford's challenge?
Yeah,
if that was anywhere else on the field,
Oh, I think it was 100% a penalty. I think it's horrible that, I mean, rivals or not, I think it's horrible that Van Dijk's out for basically.
I don't believe he was going to hit anyone.
No,
Pickford.
No, but it does.
Pickford, it's a penalty. It's not even a yellow card.
Yeah,
it's not malicious in any way, shape, or form. You see his head. He did exactly what he should have done. The ball went out. He did his job. It's just unfortunate that Van Dijk got that little touch to it. Like Pickford, it was a good thing.
But it was an absolute. It was 100% a penalty.
Yeah,
and
it was.
It's just.
But are they saying they couldn't give the penalty because the offside decision came first?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So
you can't give the penalty.
Honestly, I don't know.
If they're going to look back.
It wasn't even offside, was it?
It was offside, yeah.
That one was
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was offside, yeah.
Oh, was
Only
it?
Just.
But can they not give it for... It was reckless, wasn't it? I know he wasn't...
No, they can, I think they can...
Wait,
I think I've read today that they can't retrospectively red card them.
No.
But it was reckless, but they're saying it wasn't...
How is it reckless?
It wasn't to endanger.
No, I think it was reckless in the sense...
That's a keeper's job.
Yeah.
To throw his fucking body right in front of the ball, which he did, and he came out.
I just think...
And it's just unfortunate. I back Pickford for it. I know he does some stupid things, but I think he's done the right thing. I think he's just jumped maybe a couple of inches too far, But then again, he's jumped towards the ball. He doesn't... I don't think he's seen Van Dijk thinking that there's... Or maybe he's seen someone there and he's thinking...
I've just got to protect the goal.
I'm going to meet the ball when
he's
it hits the floor.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the ball when it hits the floor,
Yeah, I mean, look, I was talking a few weeks ago, what if Laporte's injured for the whole season, how bad that would...
Well, everyone's treating like Van Dijk died.
Yeah, but
they're writing all eulogies.
He's out for the whole season, isn't he? Which, I mean, he's a massively influential player for Liverpool,
and I love watching him play. But I hate to say it.
But though, it's not, for me. It's not going to so much put pressure on the back lads. It's now going to be pressure on the front lads to go and bang goals in. Mm-hmm. For me, I think that's the way Liverpool should look at it.
Yeah, I mean, we did it.
Salah's finished, although I don't like him really.
Yeah,
this time instinct.
Yeah,
and for once, the VAR decision went against them, didn't it?
Yeah, for once.
With the offside.
Yeah,
Another one I don't understand.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
I'm more confused every week.
Yeah, so I think he was onside.
I think this is the most ridiculous one to date.
Yeah, but how does Henderson know? You know what I mean? He scores and then he's complaining. How do you, he wasn't...
I know, yeah.
I'll be honest with you. For Pickford's sake, he's lucky he disallowed it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it was horrendous, his attempt at it. Anyway,
It
would have been another blooper.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
For me, anyway.
But that's the thing.
Too wrapped up in the decision,
No, I think it's going to be... I mean, it was the winner, so maybe not. But I was going to say, I think it would be shown more because of how wrong they are.
Yeah.
Now, and they go, what happened afterwards? And they see Pickford do what he did.
I'll tell you what hurts more, I think, is there's been so many goals cancelled for slight things when there's been absolutely great goals scored.
Yeah.
Did you see Wolves had one today with a left foot volley?
I didn't.
And the pass out before it came into the box was where he was offside.
Yeah.
So it's gone into the box. It's come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it flicked it up and volleyed in the top corner. I hate to say it, but Fernandes had a great goal at Newcastle.
Yeah.
Which was disallowed as well. There's been so many good goals scored that have...
Do you remember Ian Nacho's? There was a handball a minute and a half.
Yeah. Last season.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
Yeah. What about...
It's not getting any better, is it? It went quiet for a little while.
Yeah.
But it was going to rear its ugly head again.
What about Richarlison's tackle on Thiago?
You know what? If I'm doing him a disjustice, what I don't like is after he's caught him, he's had a little look at the ref and then he started rolling around, holding his chin again.
Yeah.
He's not my favourite. Look, I'm blue when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But and you mentioned Harry Kane. I've got to say that as well. I seen Mane do it where there was a high foot and it was literally 6 inches away from him and he grabs his head.
Yeah.
I watched Harry Kane look into, was it Creswell?
Yeah, when he went down and
went in and he's ended up ducking down.
It's funny,
still seen Grealish do is where he throws his legs out backwards.
You're just listing the players on the back of this new 5 Pints In shirt. By the way,
give us a look who's on it.
5 Pints In shirt. Connor, can you read? Because I forgot who's on the back.
Give us a turn round, Jordy. Yeah, face the camera.
They're on sale for on 5pintsin.com/shop. They're the new FBI Most Wanted Top 10 for diving.
Can't see it, mate.
And if you're listening on the Spotify or Apple podcast, then you definitely can't see it. But you can go to 5pintsin.com/shop, and then we've also got this 5 Pints In white T-shirt here that you can buy as well. So go pick one up and send us a picture on Twitter. But yeah, the players going down like that. It's been. Like Harry Kane's as well, and then he did get he landed he got his ribs done with Cresswell's knee, didn't he?
Yeah.
But the damage he could have done to Cresswell.
Yeah, I know.
Coming over the top of him, landing awkward.
Yeah, he was looking right at him. There was one.
But he did it at the London Stadium last season. They went 3 goals up or something, and I think it ended up 3-2. And then Kane's got one where I think Snodgrass put his arms around him from behind, and then he threw his legs out and landed on his ass.
Yeah.
You know, it's even
trying to waste time.
It's even more painful when they're English.
Did he make the list?
Who?
Harry Kane.
Kane's on there, isn't he?
Don't think he is.
Jesus.
Is he not?
Fucking Christ.
Is he not on the list?
No, he's not on.
We may have to have a promotion relegation.
Yeah.
As the season goes on.
Yeah, we can change the names on the back easy enough. I thought he was on.
No,
shows what I'll just throw on if it comes in the mail, doesn't it?
No, yeah.
We'll let him off this week anyway with scoring 2 goals, you know?
Yeah.
We'll let him off.
I thought he was on there. We had a list of like 30 players as well, so I mean, he was in the short
I think
list.
it was more than that. I think we had a list of 3 people, and those were the people that don't dive in the Premier League.
That's true. We did the opposite.
Yeah. We got that T-shirt for sale.
Yeah.
One of them's the linesman.
Yeah.
The
merit badge list. Yeah, but
no, it was always tainted when fucking the Canio put his hands on the ref and he did that.
And the ref fell over?
Yeah, football.
That was the worst ball ever.
That
was the worst.
That was the downfall of football right there, and no one saw it at the time, but
yeah, that was the
Well, I'll be honest with you, it's with all the shit that's gone on and the way the game's going, it's slammed in reverse, mate. They put it in reverse and they broke the gear stick off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I sent you a clip. I don't know who it is.
Oh, the Australian guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rolf Harris.
I don't know his name, but he sounds like a fucking dickhead. And he said,
"You're too young to know Rolf Harris, anyway."
So it's not him. So
definitely not him.
He said anyone that gets gives an injury or is the cause of an injury should be suspended just as long as
the person's out.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it was Mark Bosnich.
Imagine
Aston Villa's goalie. Yeah.
Imagine the fucking guy that injured Robert Greene or those people that just sit on the sidelines getting a paycheck from.
The players that are just injury prone, like
I think Mark Schwartz.
Wilshere. Yeah.
Wilshere. Yeah.
Well, supposedly,
not Mark Schwartz.
Wilshere hasn't found a club yet, has he? Supposedly.
So what happens if you get unlucky and you finish someone's career? Is that you can't play no more?
There you go. Yeah. No, they're bringing the guillotine back.
Roy Keane wouldn't be playing anymore, would he?
Well, you know what? If somebody actually sets out to do it, there should be a bigger ban or bigger fine.
And that's where VAR.
That fines matter anymore. But.
Yeah, that's where VAR could determine. I know you can't always tell intent, but you can see. Like the Harry Kane, I know this wasn't like malicious and it wasn't like Cresswell was injured, but you could see in the replay that Harry Kane's looking at him. You can tell, like, you can almost tell where they're looking. What are they doing? Also, Lewis Dunk's sending off. What the hell is he doing? Did you see that where he went down in the last like 2 minutes of the match? He's in Palace's half, and he just like. It was the weirdest thing he did.
I had to leave before the end because I had to get to the pub for the Man City game, mate.
Yeah.
I think that was.
Yeah.
But that game, Brighton were the better team again.
Yeah. Yeah, but
from what I've seen,
he's gone down 2-footed, like scissored, like.
Batshuayi was a joke.
Gary
as well.
Cahill, yeah.
Was it? That's right.
He's chopped Gary Cahill, got sent. Like, what are you thinking? You know, it's just.
I wanted to back up Maguire on his sending off as well. I know we didn't talk about that yet. Maguire sending off against
Denmark.
Yeah.
What, you think he was unlucky?
I don't want to back him up. So
no, he's stupid for putting himself there, but he's got the ball first, hasn't he?
He's got the ball, yeah. And see, that's what I don't understand. Did he mean to follow through, or did he just follow through? Momentum. I mean, his first touch was a fucking shambles.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. They're playing with a ball. It's gonna move no matter what, you know. Like, so why is him slide tackling a foul compared to someone sprinting as fast as they can at the ball? You know,
yeah.
They could have easily as injured Harry Kane as much as he could them. They could have stepped on his ankle. They could have done going at full speed. You know, obviously not the plant in the foot is. You know,
I think the problem he had, mate, was his first yellow card.
Yeah, but
no need to go in and make that tackle whatsoever. And when you think he's captain of a so-called massive Premier League club, right? He's playing for his country, and he's still acting like a child. He still doesn't have the wherewithal.
Yeah,
I think
hold off when the game's at maybe 1-0 down. I'm not sure.
Do you know?
But still going towards a touchline.
Yeah. Have you heard
in their own half?
All the forgiveness he's getting. All the forgiveness he's getting. Oh, he's tired. He's had too many games. He needs to be rested for his own sake. He's a captain of Manchester United.
The most hated.
Get over it. You know what I mean?
Play to him, though, mate. He goes and bangs a goal in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
People.
I saw terrible angles of it. Was it? Should the keeper have had it? Or?
Good at it. No, mate. Good at it.
I know he's put it down low and.
Yeah, it's good at it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, look. People are saying, "Oh, let's not harp on about Man United," but people are saying, "Oh, is he in the right frame of mind? Should they leave him out? Should he pull out the?" And then you just want to be on that football pitch.
Yeah, but
you've got shit going on in your life.
Yeah,
that's sanctuary.
But that's what I'm saying. He's made a bad decision on the pitch because of his lack of experience. I mean, he's an experienced player, but his lack of composure, he's made that mistake. It's not external. Like I don't want to give him an excuse. Like, oh, he's had too much. He didn't make the excuse, or at least I didn't hear him make it. But why are they making excuses for him? He's made a bad touch and made a bad decision. I know he got the ball, but it was just it wasn't, to me, it wasn't the tackle of a captain of a team like Man United. Like it was just a little wild, you know.
Rash, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was like
needless.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think going to Man, and I'm not just saying this to be biased, I think going to Man United changes your personality, and I think it's been that way since the last 4 decades, because you're either going to survive if you're a independent superstar, or if you can take other people's shit and just be dead silent and just go on about your day. Otherwise, I think if you're in the middle, you fall through you fail, you know? And I think Harry Maguire is trying to be a bigger star than he is. He's been portrayed to be a bigger star than he is, and he's been given all these big fucking clown shoes to fill. And
that was the same with the managers after Fergie stepped down.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's the unfair thing. They treated them so poorly. They looked at Man United like, oh, we're the best team in the world ever, and it's like yeah, I know. It's you're not. You had probably the best run ever. That doesn't make you the best team ever. You know, everyone's gonna. No matter who it was, this is why I always felt bad for David Moyes. No matter who it was, they were always going to fail.
And Louis van Gaal as well. I mean, he didn't.
He's an idiot.
He didn't do much wrong. He didn't do too much wrong, though. I mean,
it's just how fickle the Premier League is, and how people portray it, and how the people in charge. It's unfair.
I think there's more issues. I mean, again, not to just keep going on about United, but there's deeper rooted issues there. Obviously,
for sure. I mean, they're set up. This is the whole they get Pogba, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
They got Ibrahimovic, which I thought was great. You know, they got Van Persie. They've been doing the right things. You know, it's not like Tottenham who have been.
And now Cavani.
Cavani, yeah. He's a signing like Ibrahimovic. You're only doubtful because of it didn't work out for Ibra, I think.
Ibra,
It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, he was. What was he? 32 at the time. Ibra's proved himself in every fucking club he's ever been to.
Yeah,
but
Cavani's only 33. I think there's
Cavani won't survive in the Premier League. Cavani's not good at one-on-ones. Like period. He's terrible. He's good at scoring crazy goals, like in and outside the box. Like I won't take that away from it. He's a finisher in that sense of form. It's like he doesn't know who Thierry Henry is. He's never seen someone go one-on-one with a keeper. It's like and that's why I'm kind of glad he never came to Chelsea. You know, even though we did need him at the time.
So just back to West Ham real quick. Do you start Lanzini next game against City? Is it City?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the 15 minutes he was on, he sprang to life and showed that he should be starting, but I don't think you bring somebody down after such a high.
Yeah.
I think now you've got to say, okay, let's see if the momentum carries on. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have so easily just let him go like they did Felipe Anderson.
Yeah.
They could have let him go out on loan. I'm glad he didn't. Not just for that.
He's talented.
Because we know there's a footballer in there, mate.
Yeah.
Don't we? And I think he needs to be weaned back in the team that aren't getting their arse kicked.
Mm.
You know, so the sort of on. It's going to be better for him to be introduced. You know, listening to myself speak just then, maybe he will leave him.
Yeah, I was about to say because of because of what you're saying is why I disagree.
I've just convinced myself
because I think
just goes to show.
I think it's a little season. I think he's like he looks at Lanzini. He doesn't want to flood his engine.
To me, I agree. But to me, you start him now because otherwise you could just lose him again by bringing him.
I would start him.
All right, but if you start him,
what are you doing?
And he does mediocre, you leave him out the next game.
Are you having to adjust to fit him in? If you're not, and it's just a like for like, then
play exactly how he did the last 20 minutes against Tottenham.
Whose position would he take? Because you've got Bowen.
Well,
who
took his position?
Look, I would bring him in for Fornals.
Fornals, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Although he's picked up a bit,
he has.
Still, he had one great chance where he stuck a header over the bar, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yards.
Yeah.
I still think a full-on Lanzini is way better than a full-on Fornals.
And in a free number 10 role, I would say as well. Don't give him
you can't have this is the thing about Fornals. He will work on that left side.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So you're going to get more of that out of him without him really, although, he's done well, his goal at Leicester, and I think he's been involved. He was involved. He played the ball for Bowen that day as well.
You can't take out Bowen, can you?
No.
It's difficult. That's what I'm saying. Who is he going to nudge out?
Yeah.
And is he going to have to change the structure to fit him in?
But look, if you've got 5 at the back, and then you've got Rice, Souček, and then those 3, and then Lanzini, Antonio, and Bowen, to me that's, I think that's defensive enough. I mean, you've got 2 holding, whether you consider Souček holding or just a drifter, I don't know, but
you know what? You know what's great? I don't know if you read that thing I said about Mourinho and how he commented after the game. And he said, that's just football. They fought to get lucky, and then they got lucky. They weren't going to have that if they didn't have the fight in them. So he's like, I praise them. I don't praise...
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. But
he said he didn't want to take away from what they did.
Exactly, yeah. And he said he's found a new Fellaini in Souček. And I think...
How long have we been saying that?
Yeah.
I said that straight away.
Since the...
Yeah.
Moyes, Souček, because he gets himself in the box. His strength is in the air. I don't believe he's the football.
Okay.
Where you don't really know where he plays. It's like, is he a striker? Is he a midfielder? It's like he does well up front.
I didn't mean to say what Fellaini thinks he is. I meant to say what Fellaini's best at. Before he went to Man United,
Well, exactly. Well, Fellaini thinks he's a midfield player, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He was best utilised in and around the box.
He was.
And Souček is dangerous in and around the box.
Yeah.
And that's where he will get goals. But as far as the rest of his game, I'd like to see something more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, West Ham...
I'm maybe being a bit harsh, and I know West Ham fans like him already.
But West Ham
I think I'm being a bit harsh, but it's just the way I feel about the game itself.
West Ham, like Everton then, like, because I think Everton then are like West Ham have on paper the same quality as Everton then, but they sacrificed the midfield because they had that like you know how like Lampard used to get forward and there was the likes of Makelele, Essien that would cover him, that would do extra work for Lampard because he was just that much special at going forward, and that's what it was like with Everton. I forgot who the other centre midfielder was, and I feel like that's what West Ham can do with Souček. They can sacrifice that little area of the field.
But I think it's going to be another thing where what the team are doing, you know. I think it's going to be another thing what the team are doing. If the team
100%, yeah.
If the team are brimming with confidence and not going goals down early, then he's going to be fine making his way into the box, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
And being a nuisance for other teams because that's what he will be.
Well, if they don't put in crosses, it's not like he's quick with his feet. You know,
no, exactly,
it's not like Giroud. You know, if they don't put in, it's like when Navas and Dzeko were playing with each other. Navas would play the ball on the floor all the time when you had Dzeko in the middle.
Yeah,
and it's like if they don't put the balls in, then he's rendered useless.
To me as well, I think David Moyes playing 3 centre backs right now as a safety measure. I think he'll find his comfort and go. He can move one of those centre backs off for a midfielder. And I think he'll find, because I mean that's not a Premier League formation, really.
The only thing that may scupper that, mate, because Masuaku's hit some form and has got great feet, lightning feet.
Yeah. But
when
his
he's
defense,
left back, when he's left back, mate, he's a little bit. He's a drifter. His mind wanders, and you know, and
he's
I've
like
seen it for a couple of years now. Yeah, he leaves gaps. He's still got that mentality of. Being a wing back without the
let's
get back if it falls down, you know.
Yeah, it's like how Angelino was for City when he played those few games on the left. It was like he was way better when there were 3 at the back, but as an actual left back. And it's funny because you think those positions shouldn't be that different, but
that's a winger. Who's normally protected.
Defensive, exactly.
Yeah, who's normally protected.
Yeah, and I do actually completely agree with that. So yeah,
I mean, you look at it, you've got to say, look, I'm getting the best out of him right now. And he's a threat.
Yeah.
Let's utilise him, and even if we do have to fill in.
Exactly, yeah.
In other ways, you know.
I agree.
And even if you have to fill in and leave out Lanzini.
Well, that's the problem, though. Are you now... Because right now, with that in mind, Lanzini doesn't have a place in the team because he's not a left winger, is he?
Well, I'll tell you what. It'll be the happiest he's ever been.
Yeah.
It'll be the happiest he's ever been at being sub.
Yeah, that's true.
The next game, if he's left out, I don't think he'll be as angry as he has been in the past.
Yeah.
Because of what's just happened, you know?
Yeah.
I think now it may even be, will he have that belief when he comes on that he's going to make something happen again? Because he'll still have something to prove.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
So you're torn between, do you ride with his confidence or do you do it one more time and maybe get it out of him again?
Yeah.
Well, you said City is their next game, right?
Yeah.
Imagine City go up 3-0 and they start him. You know, in the first 16 minutes.
Yeah, that's going to kill his confidence.
Imagine if he started the game.
He's just going to drift, isn't he?
About, you know.
It's going to be interesting, I think, with City because City are susceptible to teams counter-attack.
Yeah.
City can
get on the break, and that's what Antonio does for them.
Yeah.
You know, and they showed at Leicester.
Yeah, I don't think Antonio does that well enough against City, though. I think he's kind of lost. With other teams where they're just the old classic, just 4 at the back, he knows who to press on and who the weak is, and he like smells them. But I think with City, the back is just moving him out so much, and like you said, he's bringing back the sweeper.
Yeah.
Like I think Antonio's going to be confused. I don't think he's a smart player. You know, I think he's smart enough to do.
Well, it's always a game for me that I sit on the fence anyway. I mean.
Yeah, of course.
My answer is whoever needs the points on the day.
Yeah.
Well, it's early in the season.
Who needs the points?
I'm just, well.
I think West Ham right now.
Well, no, it's City, isn't it? Because West Ham.
I'm not.
It is.
No, it's so early in the season, isn't it?
Well, I'm just saying, that's my joke right now. Who needs the points right now? Who needs the points right now? It's obviously City because City is sitting in 11th and West Ham are at 9th.
If you want both teams, if you want to support both teams, you would rather West Ham right now be above City.
Okay, well that's not me. That's him.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying. Who do you want right now?
Neither. I never said that.
Chelsea.
I never said that.
Yeah. I mean, no, I love West Ham. I mean, it's nothing against West Ham. We're on the same amount of points, so I guess I don't know. It's early in the season.
Who needs the points? when it matters later on in the season, that's when it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
I just want to see
same amount of points.
Same amount of points.
We should
What?
post a picture of this West Ham and City thing then, because when was the last time they were on the same amount of points?
I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, me neither.
At the start of the season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think the season slab was there. They started really well, didn't they?
Yeah.
About 3 seasons ago?
I think so.
I think they went and won at Arsenal, they won at Anfield.
Yeah.
I think they may have been above City that season. First 3 or 4 games. Don't quote me on that though, because I'm not sure.
I still,
Just know they started really well and they finished.
I don't look at the league table until we're like 10 games in.
No,
anyway,
no.
Are you being sarcastic?
Right.
No, I'm serious.
You're not, because that's all you've been bothered about, and
I've never looked at the table once.
that's all you talk about these last.
What are you
episodes.
talking about?
Win the game in hand, you go level with Liverpool.
Yeah, if Everton look, not to disrespect Everton, but if Everton are at the top of the table, then the table doesn't matter.
I know. That
You know?
I'm not saying Everton are at the top, so that's why I think they're going to win the league. I'm saying they very much have a chance.
Right.
You don't look at the league until like 10 games in.
I 100% just said that. Did you just steal that from me?
Yeah, I did.
So
I'm actually reading off your fucking notes right now.
So I start Lanzini against City. That's what I would do. But anyway, we did talk about this this picture of company, this great drawing by Steve Gulbis, by the way. I said I wasn't going to mention Elliot's name, but I do just want to mention him. He got it. Him and Connor bought it for me for my birthday last month. So thank you guys for that. And if you guys want to check out Steve Gulbis, I don't know if you can see the image. We'll post one on Twitter. It's the football artist on Etsy. He's got a bunch of cool pictures on there of England and City and a bunch of other teams.
Every club in the Premier League. Yeah, historical.
Yeah, it's just a cool picture. Great moment. You know, you were at the game.
I was there, mate. Yeah, I witnessed it firsthand.
He was one of the people yelling, "Don't shoot!"
Yeah, don't shoot, Vinny.
And then missed 2 flights.
Yeah, probably worth it.
There was too many parties going on.
Yeah. But check him out. Also, if you like the shirts we've got on, 5pints.com/shop. We've got our shirts on there. We've got our FBI's most wanted top 10 divers. And then we've got the classic 5 Pints In shirt there. And I do want to thank...
On our Manscaped.
And the Manscaped, that's what I was getting to. Yeah, you've got 1 week left to join the competition. Shave your balls. Join the competition for the signed shirt by Ian. What you need to do is go to manscaped.com, go buy one of their products. They sent us the Lawnmower 3.0, and I'll tell you, the podcast has never been so clean.
Send in your receipt, not a picture of your stones.
We're all wearing the ball deodorant.
Yeah, exactly. It's just fresh in here. I mean, we're on video chat with Ian, and we can know how fresh his balls.
I use my lawnmower for my nostril hairs.
Well, it's funny because they've just come out with the Weed Whacker, which is the ear and nose hair trimmer. It uses the same skin-safe technology, so you can shove that up your nose and you won't get cut. I mean, that's the great thing about the lawnmower. For those of you, some people may have never tried to trim down there, but usually you get nicked, you bleed everywhere. The Lawnmower 3.0 has skin-safe technology.
You will get nicked if you do it in the street.
Yeah, that's a Liverpool joke. But they've also got a load of products on there. They've got cologne. They've actually got deodorant for your feet, which is an interesting one. So anyone out there, ex-footballers with bunions on their toes, not pointing at anyone.
Lovely feet. Andy Gray said it.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? But go check it out.
But I've got gout now, though.
Yeah, they can't fix that. But they've got a load of products on there. Again, we can really vouch for the Lawnmower 3.0. It's a great product. And again, you've got 1 week. If you go and you purchase a product from them, use the code BISH, that's BISH, at checkout. You get 20% off. You get free shipping. And then if you email in your receipt to 5pintsin@gmail.com, you'll get entered into a competition. The competition to win a signed shirt by Ian of the team of your choice from this season. The competition ends 1 week from today. That's Monday today, so it ends It ends on the 26th of October, and then we're going to announce the winner on November 3rd on the podcast. So make sure you get your receipts in. And yeah, I think that's everything. Make sure to check all that out. And if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, make sure to give us a rate. We really appreciate you guys listening to us ramble and argue and speak our mind about all this bullshit that's going on. Anyway, guys, it was good having a beer with you. We'll talk to you next week.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.